Hello, and welcome to possibly the first ever Baldur's Gate 3 full game Let's Play series. I can't even express to you all how excited and happy I am right now. I'm actually shaking a little bit to finally be playing this, especially after covering this game, the early access phase of this game, for over 4 years now. So thank you all so very much for choosing to come along with me on this epic adventure. Now with this Let's Play series, I'm thinking about putting out longer episodes with sub-episodes within with chapter markers to make it easy for you to take a break and then come back at a later time, and I'll probably release an episode every other day or so. And this series will of course be kept in its own separate playlist. Now in terms of my morality for this run, well, the world is all grown strange. How shall a man judge what to do in such times? And that's a question that only time will tell. So sit back, relax, and let's venture into the Forgotten Realms together. Just want to make sure that Karmic Dice is off for this playthrough. So we're playing the real D&D way. And I think that's all that matters here. Let me change this to Imperial. And look at the new menu screen here. Wow, look at the adventures coming down the stairs right here. And the symbol of ball looks like Baldur's Gate 1. How exciting. And I am going to play this Let's Play series on Balanced. I think Tactician might be rough with a Let's Play series because I don't want to get stuck on one combat encounter for 5 hours. And also for the sake of doing a game review, probably good if I play it on the difficulty level that most people are going to be playing it on. So let's go ahead and go with Balanced. I think it is going to prove to be quite challenging. I'm actually really excited to rewatch these cinematics again, considering that this is actually it. Everything matters on this run. Bring it on, Mr. Space Octopus. Give me the power.
Who are you?
And welcome to the official character creation for the full game of Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I would go over all of this. I want to, but not in the Let's Play series. I'll do that in a different video. So I'm going to go ahead and play as a custom character. Now, I would like to first read you guys a little backstory that I wrote for my character. You can skip over this if you want. I will leave a chapter marker below. So I'm going to be playing as a wood elf who is from the fog-filled misty forest, which is pretty far north of Baldur's Gate. My father ran into some tough times when I was just a young lad. And to support my mother and I, he made a trade deal with a human farmer by the name of Brem from the nearby town of Daggerford. Now, Brem was a good man, and my father, mother, and I would often join him and his family for dinner on his beautiful homestead. The bad times had become good times, but all good things, of course, come to an end. A sect of shadow druids would find out about this trade deal, and one night, while we were visiting Brem and his family, they came. They did not approve of elves of the forest working in any way, shape, or form with farmers, who in their eyes are a curse on the land. They killed everyone except my mother and I, who were left trapped in the burning home. A heavy wooden pillar came crashing down on my mother's head, knocking her unconscious and trapping her body underneath. But I was weak, and I could not move it. I ran and screamed for help and screamed at the forest in hopes that a shadow druid may show the slightest sign of sympathy and come back and help my mother out. But no one came, and the house turned to ash. I spent the next 15 years of my life as an outlander, living in isolation, but ever on the lookout for shadow druids. My only friends were that of the creatures of the forest, and one day I stumbled across a lone baby wolf in a fern patch. I named her Fern. She would join me on my quest. I continued to train to ensure that I would never, ever be weak again, and the first day that I met another shadow druid would be their last day on Faerun. On my way to investigate the Cloakwood Forest to the south, a large shadow spread across the ground, and the last thing I remember is looking up to see a gigantic tentacle swooping down. So that's the story of my strength-based ranger, the backstory. Doesn't like shadow druids too much. Let's go ahead and choose elf and see. Look at all the races in this game. I really want to play a dwarf. I'm so tempted, but I'm going to go with the wood elf theme. I think it fits the build that I'm going for as well. I want the movement speed increase. So we're going to go ahead and take elf. Half orc is also a tempting choice here, especially for frontliners, which my elf is going to be. And we get proficiency with the longsword, short bow, or longbow, but ranger is going to give us all weapon proficiency, so I don't have to worry about that. We get dark vision, which is a really good racial feature in this game. And also Fey ancestry. You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep, which is also nice. And for our subrace, we're going to go the wood elf. These elves spend their reclusive lives in Faerun's forests. Decades of training in archery and camouflage are enhanced by an otherworldly swiftness. And wood elves get a 5 feet increase to their movement speed, which is great for what I want with this ranger. But we're not going to be the traditional archery elf and ranger. We're going to be a strength-based, heavy armor-wearing ranger. I love the class intros here. Such a nice touch to character creation. Rangers are unrivaled scouts and trackers, honing a deep connection with nature in order to hunt their favored prey. And for my favored enemy choice, I'm going to choose Ranger Knight. You have sworn to serve a crown or nation and seek to bring its foes to ruin. Gain skill proficiency in history and armor proficiency with heavy armor, which is the reason why I'm taking this right now. And for Natural Explorer, I think I want resistance to fire damage. You've spent endless days surviving forbidden deserts. You gain resistance to fire damage. That doesn't really fit my character's backstory. Let's just say my elf went out to the desert for 5 years to mourn the loss of his family and get away. Okay, now it makes sense with the backstory. And then he returned to the woodlands. I'm afraid that I'm going to miss something here and make an error, but you can always respec later in the game, so that's okay. And then for my background, I am going to go with the Outlander background. You grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. And then before I do abilities, let's go ahead and edit my character's appearance here. See if I can keep this somewhat quick. I could buff up my wood elf. It does make sense as my character is trained to become extremely strong, to never let something happen again to where my character can't handle the situation because of low strength, because of what happened with his mother. But I think I can still be average elf size and still be pretty strong. So I'm going to go with body type number 2 here.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
I like that voice. We'll go with that one. There's not a ton of face choices in this game. I wish there was more, but it probably has something to do with the cinematic nature of this game and all the animations and everything. I think we can all agree that Larian has gone above and beyond in so many things. I think I'm okay with this. Let's see which one I want to run with here. That guy looks a little bit too perfect. Yeah, I think we'll go with that right there. That looks pretty good. Then for skin color, I think I'm actually going to keep it on the wood tone. I like that thematically for a wood elf. And yeah, I like it right in the middle. And I am going to give him some scarring. And this will be from his childhood, when the Shadow Druids attacked Brem's house in the burning house. So that makes sense. And we'll put the maturity slider somewhere right here in the middle. We'll be in our late 20s or early 30s. I think that probably looks right. I try to build my first character a little bit like myself, IRL. Of course, I look nothing like this so far, but it helps me immerse myself, so I'm not going to do freckles. Go to body art. Oh, Larian put a ton of options in here. But I think I'm going to regret if I end up doing a face tattoo. So let's leave it at no tattoo. A lot of the times when you get into the game, the tattoo doesn't look like it did in the character creator. I try to stay away from those. And then for piercings, Midnight Tears. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Oops, what did I just do there? But I think that's my favorite right there. Silver Gold Gala. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I wish you could take it off the nose, though. I'm going to go with Midnight Tears. And then for eyes, let's go with a mid-brown color, which is the color of my eyes. But actually, I think I am going to do heterochromia, but just a little bit. And we will make the left eye a little bit darker than the right eye, which is pretty cool with the scar right there. Kind of like he sustained a little bit of an injury in his eye when he was a young lad. And then for makeup, we'll go ahead and leave that off. Lip tint. Look at all the options that we have here. Let's go ahead and we'll bump up the metallic just a little bit. I think that looks pretty cool. And I don't think I need a glossy tint level. We'll put it on 2. How about that? And I think I'm good with that color, although let's see what the other colors look like. Oh. We went to yellow 3. Nice. You can really mess with this, can't you? We'll just leave it at what it was. I think that looks pretty good. And now on to the most important selection in all of RPGs, and that is your hair choice. That looks pretty wild. I like that a lot. That looks a little bit Viking. But I think I want to go with like a rugged long hair look, which is kind of similar to what I have right now, because I don't go into public anymore, especially now that this game is out. So let's see if they have an option for that. I think that might be it right there. It's called Willow Tears. That actually looks really good. And we'll change the color to, we'll go with a dark brown. A lot of people think that my hair color is black, but it's actually really, really dark brown. Yeah, that looks nice. And for highlights, maybe we'll throw a little bit of green in there to give that woodland look, that connection to nature. Let's see what that looks like. That's actually really cool. We'll just do it just a little bit so you can notice it, but only if you look hard. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to put it down a little bit more. We'll put it on 10. And then unfortunately, a couple gray hairs have popped up on my head over the past couple of years. So we'll boost that up to... We'll boost that up to 8. Yeah. You can't even see it. Okay, maybe I'm at like a 10. Who am I kidding? And I think we're good to go to the ability score selection now. Wonder what it looks like if I jack him up. Wow, what a difference. What a difference. I don't think I want that barbarian look, though. I think I want to be average, but super strong at the same time. So we're going to stick with body type 2. And then on to abilities. So I am going to be doing a strength-based ranger. Let's go ahead and dump everything here. I'm going to put my +2 into strength and my +1 into constitution. We're going to be tanky as well. And I'm going to boost my strength all the way up to 17 because I'm going to take a half feat at level 4. Dexterity we probably want at 12 for initiative order. Constitution I'm going to boost to 16. I'll put wisdom on 12 and then we're left with 1 point. That's unfortunate. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to drop dexterity down to 10. And put charisma up to 10. So we can be a little bit charismatic in dialogue situations. And that leaves me with 1 ability point, which is unfortunate. Because if I take a half feat at level 4, I'll still be left with 1 odd number. But that's okay. And I can always take the ability score increase at level 4 and then boost both of these by 1 if I don't want to do that. But I think I have an idea for a feat that I want to take. So we might be left with an odd number on wisdom. Unless I find a magical item to boost that or something in the game that can help me out. But I think this looks pretty good. And then for skill proficiencies... Don't know if I need animal handling because I am going to be speaking with animals. But I might take it anyways just to try out some situations. We'll take insight proficiency. And we have investigation and nature, but I did dump intelligence. But we'll go ahead and choose nature because it fits thematically. Alright, when do I get to name my character? I want to make sure that I don't forget to name my character. Let's go ahead and hit proceed. There we go. And we'll name this character Wolf. I wonder if I'll be able to name my animal companion. And just a quick check here. 17, 10, 16, 8, 13, 10. For strength-based ranger, I think we're looking pretty good. We have 13 HP. We do have stealth proficiency. I think that comes from being a wood elf. And off we go. This is a little bit different from early access, as this character is now called the Guardian. I'm going to go ahead and choose a half-elf, and we'll do a wood half-elf.
Remarkable.
Follow your instincts.
Follow your instincts.
Oh.
Remarkable.
We only have 2 voice choices for the Guardian. We'll go with that face. It looks a little bit intimidating. Looks quite serious. Which is good for the Guardian character. And then for skin color, let's keep it on the wood tone, but let's go... Yeah, we're going to go as pale as you can get in the wood tone. I think that's pretty cool. We'll give her a little bit of a tattoo. Damn, that is so cool. That is really cool. I just feel like I might regret it if I go with it. Let's see what colors we have here. I think I'm good with it. Why not, right? We'll go ahead and put the intensity. Yeah, let's go with it. Not our character, so. And we'll give her midnight tears as well. So when we see each other for the first time, conversation is easy. Nice conversation starter. Hey, you have the midnight tears piercings too? Alright, let's go with eyes. Let's give her some cool purple eyes. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think I'm good without heterochromia. Makeup. little bit of eyeshadow, sure. Lip tint. The metallic looks pretty crazy. I think I'm gonna do it. And then for hair, that looks wild right there. And I think I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll give her light brown hair. So many choices for hair, it's hard to choose. I wonder if there's a... Ooh, I like that. The partial eclipse. We'll go with that. Perfect. And then for highlights, let's get a little red in there. No, let's get a little purple in there, kind of like her eyes. Nah, I'm not going to do any highlights. I take it back. Sure, we'll give her a few gray hairs. Why not, right? I think that's pretty cool. I think I want to darken her hair up a little bit, though. The black looks really good with the purple eyes. Okay. I think I'm good with it. That's a really cool looking character right there. And then we do have facial hair options just because this is a half-elf, and my character was an elf, and lore-wise, elves don't get to have facial hair. But you can do it if you play a half-elf. Larian gave quite a lot of options here, too. Okay. Let our adventure begin. And this is the city known as Yartar, which is north of Baldur's Gate. A lot of people mistake the city for Baldur's Gate, but it's not Baldur's Gate. It's actually pretty far away from Baldur's Gate. Now we're in the Shadowfell plane. Bravo to the Larian cinematic team. Phenomenal, especially for a CRPG. Welcome to the Nine Hells, the uppermost layer. Actually, I got that wrong. Welcome to Avernus, the uppermost layer of the Nine Hells. We got the new loading screens, which were not present in early access. Beautiful artwork. And here we are. Waking up on this mysterious alien ship.
My head.
Just want to double check to make sure that karmic dice is turned off. And bear with me as I kind of acclimate myself to the new user interface, or the updated user interface. We have our mini-map in the top right. And Larian has updated the map in this game, and I absolutely love it now. It's got a real D&D theme to it, and I love the artwork too. Once we get rid of the fog of war, I'm sure it's going to look phenomenal. Find a way off the Nautiloid. We've been abducted by mind flayers and infected with some kind of parasite. We need to find a way off the ship. Then we have our inspiration points, so if I do something that's outlanderish, we'll get an inspiration point that we can use to re-roll the dice in dialogue if we fail an ability check. And it looks like we can now expand our hotbar, which is pretty awesome, but we'll leave it down because I don't have that many abilities right now. And we have the keychain where we can keep our keys, the alchemy pouch to keep our potions, and also the camp supply pack for supply packs and probably also food. And then the alchemy interface for crafting alchemy potions. So to make a potion of healing, we need rogue's morsel and any suspension. And we don't have any recipes for suspensions, vitriols, ashes, essences, salts, or sublimates. Look at the portrait system right now. It looks so good.
No one's stopped me yet. Someone else got out.
Now, I'm not going to necessarily loot everything just for the sake of the Let's Play, but I am going to loot quite a lot.
Visions project into your mind. A Nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
The only thing that sucks about being a strength-based ranger is your starting equipment doesn't line up well with that. I have a bow, which is dexterity-based, and I don't have a melee weapon.
No time to rest.
But we'll get one soon enough.
Let's get going. Dead. Good.
Arrow of Ice. And since I have resistance to fire damage, let's just run through this little patch of fire right here. Why not, right?
Long road ahead. I feel better.
I'm so happy that Larian allows us to get down into this third-person perspective in a CRPG. I think it's going to bring a lot of players into this genre. It definitely adds a lot to the immersion when you're out exploring the world.
2,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
I hear a voice up here.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Of course, I've played through a lot of the content here in early access, the Act 1 content. But I'm not going to be calling out everything. We're going to play it kind of like I'm a new player in a way. Because not all of you have seen early access, so...
Release us.
My oh my. What do we have here?
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
You sound afraid. Why?
The enemy. So many enemies.
I think you're past the point of saving, so tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
A little bit worried about age restriction here, but I did test out the scene in early access, and a dexterity check did not get me age restriction, so we're going to go with dexterity. Gently pry the brain from the skull. Even though I'm a strength-based ranger. We'll see how this goes. Awesome. It's a good start. We passed a passive skill check and our first dialogue skill check as well. Well, not dialogue, but...
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
We're going to spare the creature. Any injuries might weaken it. See no reason to kill this brain just yet.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What's at the helm?
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
And what should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Interesting. Let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Some allies may temporarily join you and directly control their movements and actions. And we have claws, 4 to 10 damage. We got a little brain pet right now. Perfect.
These boots have seen everything.
My ranger doesn't feel right without an animal companion, even though this isn't technically an animal. The brain will have to do for now until we reunite with our friend Fern. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. There we go.
More interesting times. With haste.
Guess we missed the scene out here. Uh-oh. That's a silver sword.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
The Vlaakith is the Lich Queen of the Githyanki race. And Lae'zel right here is a Githyanki. Who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
What made you think that I was a thrall?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Well, we need to figure out where we are first.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
I knew I made the right decision. I got nothing against walking brains. The imps have certainly received some updates. Okay, here we go. Start off with a basic claw attack. What a start. 8 damage. That's awesome.
I am fury. I am death.
And the Githyanki race does come with astral knowledge, which was not in early access. Gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability. A pretty cool racial feature right there.
Taking position.
I might have to steal Lae'zel's sword and give it to my character. I'll probably turn off the tutorials, but that's okay. Maybe something will pop up that's different in the full game than early access, so I'll leave them on for now. Then we have Pommel Strike. Make a non-lethal attack against an enemy and possibly daze them. And if you do hit T, you can get the tooltips to come out and further read on your skills. So Dazed has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws, can't take reactions, and loses the dexterity bonus to their armor class. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Recharges on a short rest.
No choice but to keep going.
And we'll back up my ranger a little bit. Do a little focus fire.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
And we can actually access Lae'zel's inventory now, which you couldn't do in early access until she actually officially joined your group later on in the game. So that's nice. So I can steal her longsword here if I wanted to. She has a 13 in dexterity, so we both have the same modifier. I think I'm going to steal her sword and give it to my ranger, because I have 17 strength. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, she has 17 strength too, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
Well, that ends not as bad as it could have.
Void Bulb. Throw this alien bulb at a target and possibly pull in nearby creatures and objects. Scimitar. Go ahead and give that to Lae'zel.
Time to press ahead.
hand axe, which we can throw at enemies too. The lighting looks phenomenal right now. You can definitely see that it's received quite the update. Simply from jumping to early access to the full game. And this entire room right here is actually new.
Can't give up now.
Okay. I didn't take any damage in that encounter, so we don't even need the restoration pod. It's pretty cool to press on it, click on it anyway, so let's do it. Makes me feel refreshed.
Be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
I'll try to keep my inventory somewhat organized in this Let's Play. I know when I'm streaming, my inventory is quite the mess.
Is that blood? No, never
But in between episodes, I'll do some organization. What do we have here?
Istik, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
unleash. Aggression.
So we don't know what the third one does, so we might as well find out, right? He says, fool.
What to do?
Come on, Lae'zel, I'm just having a little fun. And who might this be?
You! Get me out of this damn thing!
We have no time for stragglers.
Look for a hatch that might open the lid.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Well, Lae'zel, she looks like a cleric, so I do intend to try to save her, because we could use a cleric. I'll go look around. There must be some way to get this thing open.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
We met one of the Mind Flayer's minions, an Intellect Devourer, and wants us to go onto the helm of the ship. We also have Rescue Elithid's Captive. We encountered a survivor trapped inside one of the pods aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps we can find a way to free her.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
Okay, let's go look for a key. We still got a little brain companion? Yes, we do. A gold key. And that should have automatically gone onto our keychain.
Still breathe.
Huge quality of life improvement that Larian made right there. Some healing potions.
Those controls next to the pot.
Creature reaches.
Friend. We are going.
Accidentally clicked on the Intellect Devourer. Okay, we found something for that contraption. Where that lady is trapped. But first, let's check what this is.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Let me out!
The console appears dormant.
Insert the rune into the socket.
The console hums to life.
Place your hand on the console.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Illithid wisdom. Will the pod to open. I'm sensing a new power within my character, and I'm quite intrigued, so let's give it a try. In order to understand it, we must use it, right?
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Interesting.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
Uh-oh.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Did you feel what I felt just before? Were we in each other's heads?
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
Alright then, let's get going. I'm Wolf.
Shadowheart. One moment.
Well, that was awfully suspect. What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Okay, rescue the Illithid's captive has been completed. But back to escaping the Nautiloid.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
My faith will guide me.
Blackets will be done.
We'll have Lae'zel dual wield for now. Pretty badass. Lae'zel's underwear. I'm just noticing that right now. So we do have a cloak slot here, which is pretty sweet. I can't wait to look for some cloaks. But we also have an underwear. Oh man, that's funny.
Never a dull moment.
Better start looking for that thong right now, right? That special gold glittered thong.
Breathe deep and move.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
Cane yank. I wonder what that means in Githyanki.
Well, in it.
Probably something not too good, if I had to guess.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the gate after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
Let these intruders out!
This thing's falling fast. Got to right it.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We have 15 turns. Reach the transponder before the Nautiloid crashes. Alright, it looks like Shadowheart is first in the order of turns here. I'm going to save my spell slots here, and let's just go ahead and do a melee attack.
Your time has come.
Okay, not bad. We now have a passive check for the pushes in this game, the shoves. It's nice to see.
Victory awaits.
Should focus fire here, so I'm going to take a range shot with her. And then we're going to switch to my melee weapons. Get right in front of this hellbore right here. They have dark vision. They get opportunity attacks. Beautiful.
No time to waste.
Right up in his face in case he tries running away, and then we'll get an opportunity attack.
Need to find a way forward.
And we'll just take a regular weapon attack, 75% chance, so success with our attack roll. Awesome. Wolf used main hand attack.
Take this ship, or Zodiel will have your head!
Do a little bit of looting while we're back here, so I don't have to come back this way. See if there's anything good. It doesn't look like it. Light crossbow. Okay, what do we have here? Commander Zulk, level 8, 127 out of 150 HP. Resistance to fire, lightning, cold, and poison. Dark vision and fiendish blessing. Protected by the blood of their fiendish ancestors, Cambions have a +2 bonus to their armor class. Okay, let's try a little guiding light here. 4 to 24 radiant damage. The next attack roll against this target has advantage. We have a 40% chance, so let's see if I can get that up a little bit. Let me back up and attempt to hide here.
Bravest strategy, I'll admit.
That didn't work. Okay. Need to be a little bit further away. I think Larian made it a little bit harder to take advantage of the stealth mechanics in this game. Maybe I'll do Shield of Faith on the Mind Flayer. Yeah, let's do that. Give him a +2 to his armor class. We'll make friends with a space octopus for the time being.
I am fury. I am death. My path be true.
Okay. Oh, I almost can make it to that imp, but not quite. I have really good movement speed, though, with the Wood Elf, because we get that +5. I'm just a little bit short here. So we'll do a ranged attack.
Time to press ahead.
Critical hit. Very nice. Okay, let's see if I can move back a little bit again this time, and if I can actually pull off the successful hide. Aw, man. I forgot. Oh, wow. That's what Larry... So hide is now an action in the full game. That makes a huge difference. I'm actually very, very happy with this change. Because hiding was extremely overpowered, and you could hide almost every turn, and then have advantage on your attack, and Larian seems to have changed that. They didn't change it in early access. So that's a huge change right there, because I was going to hide, and then I was going to use Guiding Bolt. Interesting. Okay.
I will ascend.
Okay, let's move up on the Cambion. I don't want to be in AoE range, so we'll stay a little bit to the left side of him. Still have full HP. Everybody's looking pretty good. Uh-oh. Mind Flayer is not doing too good. Let's go ahead and put my ranger right behind the Cambion here.
With haste.
And we'll switch to my heavy weapon. Do I have any good items here? Arrow of Ice. Okay, not bad. And then we'll also do a pommel strike and see if we can daze him. 40% chance. I think it's pretty straightforward here. So I should have stayed hidden, but I popped her out of it because I was kind of testing it out. Because if I want to cast Guiding Bolt with advantage, I'd have to do it next turn because I'd have to hide again. So let's just go ahead and try. Actually, I'm going to move her up a little bit. 40% chance is not good for me right now with only 2 spell slots. So I'm going to hold off on that and we'll just do Sacred Flame.
I will ascend. My path be true.
Leave him to me, and I transform.
But leave him to me. I will not be doing that, sir. Oh, wow, you can't... I don't know if it was like that before, but it costs an action to switch your weapon to. It might have been like that before. I'm stuck with a hand axe in a bonus action. See if we can push this guy a little bit. There we go, I like that. Before we go to the transponder, we want to try to steal this guy's great sword right here. The Burning Blade. 30%, that's it, wow. I'm going to do another Sacred Flame. Everybody's still at full HP, so we're looking pretty good. And you know what? Let's go ahead and throw this weapon. Because throwing weapons is pretty badass. Too heavy to throw. There we go. Better get to work on this guy, otherwise we're gonna end up dying here as the whole Nautiloid ship's gonna crash. Okay, we're gonna go into like speed play now. Nice. 22 damage out of the Mind Flayer. That's great. Alright, let's go ahead and switch back to the longsword. That leaves me with only a bonus action, but that's okay. Uh-oh. Now we have a problem. We have a major problem. Didn't expect those guys to come that early. Alright, so I'm going to move over here a little bit, try to get away from them. I really want to land a Guiding Bolt on him. It would be so good. You know what? I do have Inflict Wounds. Okay. Didn't even realize that I had that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take a ranged shot.
Time to strike.
Nice. Perfect. Okay, we're looking a little bit better now. He's got 42 HP. I have my longsword back out, so let's get up in his face here. And we will just do a regular attack. Better get to work on this guy. Those cambions are going to be getting quite close here. There's also more enemies in this room too. But I need that fire sword. Now what I could do actually, you have a void bulb. Try to keep these guys away for a little bit here. 40% chance for inflict wounds. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna push up.
On I go.
I gotta clear out the path.
Hurry before they strike.
Put myself in quite the risky situation here. Damn it, didn't even get the kill. Very nice. Okay, he has 20 HP. See if we can land this attack. Beautiful. 16 HP. Just need one character to loot this sword after we kill him. Oh no, they can fly. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh my gosh. Oh no. My character has 1 HP right now. Can throw a healing potion. Just got to be careful because the line of sight's quite tricky with these. And it doesn't look like I can... Let's give this a try and see what it does.
It shall be done.
Okay, nice. It actually worked. I wasn't sure if I was going to hit his head or not. But you can throw potions in this game. And then let's move up here. I have to get a character over here because this is getting really, really intense right now. Really intense. Oh man, okay, so we got to kill Commander. And I also have to take this quite seriously because if Lae'zel, for example, dies right now and I'm not able to get her up, we might not have her in our world. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so let's... This is Wolf right now. I'm going to go ahead and loot the Commander. The Everburn Blade. 6 to 19 damage. 2d6 plus 3 slashing plus 1d4 fire. Perfect. And also scale now. Alright, so I am going to probably disengage to try to get away from this. Man. Actually, I could... Trying to see if I can throw this. Don't really have a good angle right here to pull these guys away from me. I wonder if that would work. Let me try this. Doesn't look like it's gonna... This is a little bit risky. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna disengage. Disengage is an action. So first, actually, I will go ahead and try to push one of these guys away a little bit. Awesome. And then I'm still going to disengage. Oh, that's dash. See if we can get all the way up here. Okay. We'll use the Mind Flayer or the Intellect Devour to keep him on the front lines. Really want Lae'zel to survive here. I do have 1 resurrection scroll. I mean, all I gotta do now is get to the transponder. Oh, come on, Lae'zel, come on. I don't think I can do it in 1 turn, though.
Time to leave.
Okay, so let's go ahead and throw another potion.
On I go, then.
Nice, double heal. And I'm also gonna do Healing Word, or I could do Shield of Faith. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Give her a +2 to her armor class, and then I'm actually going to just take the opportunity attack. Perfect. I need to get as close to this thing as I can here.
Time to strike.
Alright, Lae'zel, what I need you to do is survive. We're not going to kill these cambions. We have 6 rounds. See if we can push one of these guys away. Closer to the Mind Flayer. Mind Flayer is now hostile again. Did I hit the Mind Flayer by accident? Honestly, I am tempted to take this opportunity attack too, so I can dash. But you know what? I'll go ahead and... Mage Hand would actually be helpful here to push these guys back. I'm going to disengage.
On the move.
We'll see what these guys do. Okay, all is not lost yet.
These boots have seen everything.
I kind of want the XP from at least killing these little enemies here. The imps and the hellbores. 12 damage, wow. I kind of want the little brain to survive too, because I'm curious if we're going to see that brain again. Alright, so... let me get Shadowheart right next to the transponder. Tempted to click it right now, but I think I'm okay, as long as this guy doesn't attack Lae'zel. Let's play it a little bit risky here. Try to get a few more kills. Damn it, man. 1 HP, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Do I have a potion of speed? I don't. That would be super useful right now if I did. But I don't, so...
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Just need to kill one more enemy. Oh, no, 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 damn it. It's okay, I guess better the brain than Lae'zel. Alright, so...
I'm fury.
Here we go. Should have saved my bonus action. It looks like I can get out of here now. Perfect. So we got as much XP as we could get, minus killing the Cambions, but we only have 4 turns left, so it looks like Larian made it quite difficult to actually kill the Cambions now.
What should I do?
Let's get out of here. If I should loot anything else. A little bit. I'm definitely getting a little risky here. Do I need to loot these guys? No, I don't.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
Look at that loading screen. Somewhere in the mountain pass. Maybe a Temple of Lathander? We're definitely going to be going there, though. Man, I'm so excited right now. This is crazy to be playing the full game. For 4 years. cool that we got the first scene with Shadowheart because we clicked the transponder with Shadowheart, but then it switched over to our character. Something mysterious saved us right there. That is definitely something to think about. What was that? And why were we saved?
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Orient yourself. Where did you land?
The chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You'll need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
And welcome back to the material plane. We are on the shore of the Chianthar River on the continent of Faerun. And I think this is going to be a great stopping point for part 1 of episode 1. Episode 1 will probably be 2 parts, so this is going to be like a 2.5 hour long episode. But if you need to take a break or you want to return back to this episode later, I'll leave a nice natural stopping point for you. So thank you all so much for watching episode 1. I really appreciate those of you guys that are going to stick with me for this Let's Play. I've avoided this content up to now because it's, I don't want to say lazy content, but it's not content that really helps you grow a channel. But now that I've grown a channel and I have a community, I'm very excited to actually be able to play games and enjoy them offline and, you know, still have that be part of my job. So thank you guys very much, and I'll catch you guys on part 2. And welcome back to part 2 of episode 1. We just escaped the Nautiloid ship and met a few interesting characters along the way, but we are now alone on the shores of the Chianthar River.
No one stopped me yet.
And our adventure on the material plane will begin here. So I did level up, so this is level 2 as a ranger. And we've unlocked level 1 spell slots. And we get to choose 2 spells. So I'm going to pick up Hunter's Mark, of course. 1 to 6 damage. Mark a creature as your quarry to deal an additional 1 to 6 whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. If the target dies before the spell ends, you can mark a new creature without expending a spell slot. This is a really good hunter spell, especially earlier on in the game. And it does require concentration, but it only costs a bonus action in the spell slot. It's not an action. So I can cast Hunter's Mark on an enemy and then also attack that enemy in the same turn. And the range is 60 feet. So we're going to pick up Hunter's Mark. And since I have low wisdom as a ranger, I don't really have good wisdom. I want to stick to spells that don't work off of my wisdom modifier. And what I'm going to take here is Long Strider. Increase a creature's movement speed by 10 feet, which lasts until a long rest. I could take the jump spell, which is really good, but jumping does cost a bonus action, and that kind of, you know, it kind of messes with your ability to pass Hunter's Mark around, as both require a bonus action. So I'm going to take Long Strider. Accompany Long Strider with my Wood Elf plus 5 movement speed. My character is going to be going all over the battlefield and getting right into the enemy's faces. And then for fighting style, we have archery, defense, dueling, and 2 weapon fighting. And I'm going to go ahead and take defense, which gives us a +1 to our armor class. So with this ranger, I am trying to focus on not only just being really strong, but also being quite tough with HP, armor class, heavy armor. These other fighting styles won't really benefit me that much because I am going to be using heavy two-handed weapons. And we did loot that burning blade from Commander Zulk on the ship, so let's go ahead and put that on right now. Going to be quite the damage boost compared to the longsword that we have right here. It looks like Larian didn't update the visuals here. Our character still holds onto the sword, but you know what? Since I'm natural explorer, fire, it makes sense. My character's resistant to fire, so I can touch fire. It's not that big of a deal for my character. And then we have our bow. And let's go ahead and put on the Scal now to boost our armor class by quite a bit here. I only have a 0 in dexterity, but I do plan on trying to find heavy armor as soon as I can. Those of you guys that are wearing medium or light armor, you probably want your dexterity to 14 minimum, so you can get that +2 added to your armor class. More if you're wearing light armor. But since we're focused on heavy armor, that doesn't matter as much. But I do have to keep an eye out for heavy armor and try to find it as soon as I possibly can. Look how beautiful this game is. We have the crashed Nautiloid ship and the tentacles.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Let's go ahead and wake her up, because I wouldn't like if somebody tried taking something out of my hands. We'll show respect to her until she disrespects us.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
I was hoping that you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Do you have any idea where we are?
No. I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
And what happened to our Gith friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
And you want to stay together, I take it?
We need each other. And we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Okay, I like where this is headed. Good start. Let's get moving.
One thing. Just before we go. I wanted to thank you again. For freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod. But you didn't. I'll remember that.
I sense
Lead
a
the
connection here. Getting some butterflies right now. Just feels right talking to Shadowheart. Alright, let's go ahead and level her up as well. Level 2 Cleric. Now we can actually respec the companions' classes, but that's a little bit later in Act 1. I'm going to leave, I think, all of the companions as their base class though, so it makes sense thematically and lines up with their lore and their story. Okay, so High Half-Elf Level 2 Cleric. Worshipper of Shar, as the greater deity of darkness. Shar is feared for her power over the night, secrets, and loss. She is locked in eternal conflict with her twin sister, Selûne, goddess of the moon. And we get Turn Undead as a class action and Invoke Duplicity. Distract your enemies with an illusion. Within 10 feet of the illusion, attack rolls have advantage for you and your allies. That costs a channel divinity charge. Oh, I forgot to prepare spells. Let's see what we have here. Got a new interface. I'm going to go ahead and take Bless. Let's get rid of Cure Wounds. We'll grab Bless. Always keep Healing Word prepared. One of the best spells in the game. And I think we're looking pretty good here. Sanctuary. You or an ally cannot be targeted until you attack or harm a creature. Maybe I'll take that as backup. I don't think I'm going to be using Shield of Faith at the moment. And Charm Person and Disguise Self are always prepared. Magically change all aspects of your appearance.
No time to dally.
If we take a look at that, look at all of the different forms that we can take here. Humans, halflings, pretty much all of the races. Dwarves.
At least things have stayed interesting. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Okay, we escaped the hells on the Nautiloid. Daughter of Darkness. We recruited a half-elf named Shadowheart. She was also aboard the Nautiloid and infected with a parasite. And our main quest is find a cure. Find a way to remove the Mind Flayer parasite. We've escaped the hells on the Nautiloid and crashed somewhere in the material plane. We need to explore the area and find a healer. Off we go. We now have hats in the game. A brimmed hat. It just doesn't fit a strength-based ranger, but I kind of love it. It doesn't do anything. It's just cosmetic, but let's leave it on for a little bit. Because I kind of want to look like a wizard. Why not, right?
Something the matter?
What's the story with that odd little artifact that you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Ooh, touchy subject there. What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly?
You must have... Oh, I don't want to say that. How am I holding up in your estimate? I feel like that shouldn't be a response yet. Keep in mind, I am playing the review build of this game, and Larian did give us a list of like a million things that they plan on having fixed by actual version 1.0 on August 3rd. What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles, Shadowheart?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
And where would you go?
Home. Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Family? A friend? A lover?
Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance.
We learn that Shadowheart needs to reach Baldur's Gate to fulfill a mission for her goddess, though the details of that mission are a mystery.
No time to rest.
It's important to talk to your companions. Let's see if that fishy got added to our camp supply pack. It did. Perfect. That's going to make inventory management so much better. We got a violin right here. Let's give it a try. See if we can get Shadowheart going here. Okay, that didn't work.
Alright, what now?
It was worth a try, right? I find myself looting everything. But it's kind of important in this game because you need the camp supplies, and you also probably need gold, too.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
And I will focus in on all of the books in one of my future live streams in a few videos, but I don't think I'm going to read all of them in this particular Let's Play. I will talk about the lore a little bit.
To keep going.
But things like letters we definitely have to read. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again. And keep on saying it till we're old and gray. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so is staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. Not sure what Murgrass does. Not sure. Is that a camp supply? Oh, we just unlocked. Oh, that was nice. That was an alchemy ingredient. Awesome. I think it's a suspension. So for the potion of healing, well, maybe it's not. We have to figure that out. Oh, we unlocked the recipe for Murgrass. Really cool. We need 3 of them to make Suspension of Murgrass. Cool.
Looking ahead.
So I guess we are going to be looting quite a lot on this Let's Play run. Cool thing is on your run, a lot of this loot is actually RNG to a certain extent. So you may be picking up different loot than I am. We got a waypoint right here. You've discovered a waypoint. You'll be able to teleport to this location by selecting it on your map. Okay, beautiful. Belladonna. So to fast travel, you don't actually have to click on the waypoint. You can just hit M, and you appear at the fast travel point.
We get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
I have 1 thieves tool. Shadowheart can give us guidance. Can you back out of these checks? Nice, you can. Okay, it's not worth trying that right now.
So that's progress.
I think I want to go into that place with more companions anyways, so.
More of those wretched things.
Got some intellect devourers up here, so let's go ahead and be a little bit careful. You don't want to let those guys get close to you now. So I am going to toggle group stealth, which is shift and C. Wait, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Oops.
I can be subtle sometimes.
There we go.
What path lies before me?
Let's try to get a little bit of high ground here so we can have +2 to our ranged attacks. Start off with a little ranged, and then when they get close, we'll finish them off with our melee weapons. I want to try out... You know what I should do, actually? So I should be casting Longstrider as soon as I come out of a long rest. I'll have more spell slots later. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And this lasts until a long rest, so my character now has +15 movement speed if you include my Wood Elf racial feature. I can move really, really far in a single turn.
This calls for careful footwork.
I wonder if using Hunter's Mark would actually put me in combat. Let me try.
What do we have?
It does, okay. Your enemies are surprised and cannot take actions, reactions, or move on the first round of combat. If you surprise these enemies with an attack, your action has been used for this round. So we have Hunter's Mark on for that added 1d6 damage. And high ground. And I still missed. Nice. Okay, they're getting quite close. A little bit too close for comfort. So let's go ahead and take another range shot. Actually, let's see what my movement is now. Look how far I can go. That is crazy with Longstrider. So I'm actually going to switch to my two-handed weapon.
Can't slow down.
I should be able to kill this guy in one turn with a decent roll. Wow. Situational actions. You have unlocked an action as the result of another ability, feature, or condition. It will remain at the side of your hotbar until those conditions expire. But that's because my Hunter's Mark was on that Intellect Devourer. When I killed that Intellect Devourer, I can now recast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. It won't cost me a spell slot. So let's go ahead and switch it. Look at the spell. Wow, visuals. Particle effects. That's amazing. Oh, Shadowheart's still hiding. Wait, no, she's in the battle. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can kill this guy in one turn. And actually, Guiding Bolt's a really, really good spell. And it also makes the next attack on that enemy cost... Or it makes the next attack on that enemy have advantage Honestly, I think this guy's got 10 HP. We'll probably kill the guy in one attack, though.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Perfect. It looks so weird having a wizard hat, but I love it. Okay, so... Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and... You know what? I am going to pommel strike right now. Perfect. So this enemy is now dazed. And they lost the dexterity bonus to their armor class. And they can't take reactions. So I could actually just walk away now without taking an opportunity attack. And only use that once per short rest, though, that particular weapon ability.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Okay, and then we have short rests and also long rests.
I've got a long road ahead.
But we're going to hold off to do a long rest until we meet a few more companions.
It's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
See what's in this chest right here. Simple toxin. Coat your active weapon with a toxin that deals an additional 1 to 4 poison damage. And a potion of speed. Very, very good potion in this game. Boosts your armor class. Movement speed. And you get more actions too. Unless they changed it. Hold on, what was the description of that? Gain an extra action. There we go, okay. I was about to say, I didn't read that at first. And the potion of speed is the same as the haste spell in this game. Just kind of picking up everything right now because I'm not sure what use all of the items have. Just because now there appears to be crafting systems in the game. There really wasn't much in early access.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
There is work to do.
Shadowheart has 13 strength and dex.
There's no time to
Might have to
waste.
respec her just for her ability scores, but keep her class the same. I think I'd like to change Shadowheart's cleric subclass though. What a beautiful, beautiful game.
Looking ahead. Can't slow down.
Yeah, let's see if I can pass my first sleight of hand check. Just barely. We get a leather helmet. Dexterity saving throws +1. Now this helmet is quite ugly. But I think I'll take the +1. And we can also hide the helm too, so I think I'll put it on and then we'll hide the helmet. Well, it says hide helm during dialogues, hide helmet completely, or show helmet. So let's just hide it completely. And let's give the wizard hat to Shadowheart. There's something about pointy wizard hats that I love. You can craft your own potions, poisons, and elixirs using alchemy. Gather ingredients to distill into extracts and experiment to brew wondrous solutions. We're still not quite there yet, but we can actually make suspension of murgrass. Awesome. And we can make a sublimate belladonna, sublimate of belladonna. And now I'm able to craft my first potion ever. We have a potion of mind reading. Fragments of memory and perception. Smatter this liquid, a crude constellation of thought. And then we also can make grenades, coatings. Okay, let's go ahead and craft the potion of mind reading. And then we'll check it out. And if some of these crafting systems in the game end up taking a little bit to figure out, I'll definitely cut those parts out. You guys don't have to sit here and watch me try to figure everything out, so... Alright, drink to probe into the minds of those around you. You'll also be able to read the thoughts of certain creatures while speaking to them. So let's go ahead and drink that right now. And now we have detect thoughts. And it lasts until long rest. Perfect.
Well, in it. How much farther can I go?
For those of you guys who are unaware, I haven't played much D&D in my life, but I have read many Forgotten Realms books. And that's kind of what introduced me to the Forgotten Realms and Dungeons and Dragons, was the Legend of Drizzt book series. To be running around this world in 2023 is such a special feeling.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I'm so happy that Larian got the license to work in the Forgotten Realms setting.
I need some help.
Uh-oh, who's that?
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Go ahead and move it because I have high strength with this character. And then we have an ornate chest. The Harper's Notebook. Had a collection of reports held together with a moon and harp seal. We have a ruby, which we can probably sell. Harper's Map. The stained, ragged map has passed through countless hands. A little harp marks an area called Moonrise Towers, with a small inky crescent sketched in the nearby forest. Below the crescent is more recent scrawl. Cache. Two potions of speed, and we'll go ahead and take those too. The Harpers are a secretive faction in the Forgotten Realms. A good faction. They fight for good. They try to ensure that not one faction or city or individual has too much power in the realms. That's like their thing.
Right, what now?
Then they step in to try to reduce that power.
No one's stopped me yet.
Well, hello there, Astarion. 17 dexterity.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Kill it yourself. You look capable enough.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Oh no. You guys know I don't like that. Alright, we're gonna do a strength check. Push yourself to your feet. +3. What a roll. What to do now?
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me?
You have it backwards. They snatched me up too.
I'm not an idiot. I saw... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Put the knife away and then I'll tell you everything.
I'm not an idiot. It has to be those tentacled monsters. Something they did. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
What'd you just say to me? Glad to see we're all caught up now.
Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Okay, so we're not going to choose the Baldurian option here because our character is from the Misty Forest to the north. We'll tell him our name and our story.
My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship?
You know as much as I do, Astarion.
I suppose it's not exactly common knowledge. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it. Now, what to do about it?
What's your plan?
Well, getting out of here for a start. Then finding anyone who knows about these worms. I need an expert. Someone who knows how to control these things.
You know, if I didn't pass that strength check earlier in this dialogue conversation, I'm not sure if Astarion would be alive right now. But now I'm starting to like him. And I need company for the road. Why not come with me?
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flare ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Your party is shown on the side of your screen. The portraits show your character's health and conditions. So now we have Astarion in our party. Not exactly sure who I'm going to run with. Kind of just going with the flow. I think Astarion's origin story is quite interesting, at least from what Larian has told us about it. But I don't think I need a rogue in my party, and I don't want to respec Astarion, so we'll see. We'll see about Astarion. Maybe we'll try to keep him around to switch to him once in a while, but...
Keep your distance, darling.
Actually, I would like to create a save point right here. Actually, I'm going to pick up one more companion before we do that save point.
Got a long road ahead.
We'll leave Astarion at level 1.
One day I'll catch a break.
Just for a few minutes.
Don't touch me.
See what he's wearing. Nice. He's wearing armor that doesn't have disadvantage on stealth. Astarion's underwear. Oh man, I know some of you guys. I know what some of you guys are going to be doing with that. Astarion's eccentric clothes. I like it. He is a noble from Baldur's Gate. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. He's got a dagger. We could have him dual wield daggers for now. Or short swords. That looks pretty cool.
What to do? Never wanted the...
There. A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
I love my character's voice.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
Interesting. And you guys let me know how the audio is of this episode, and if I need to tweak things, I'll definitely do that in future episodes. Yeah, we're feeling compassion towards this grotesque space octopus. And this is definitely not right, so I'm going to step away.
You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Okay, we can do an intelligence check to concentrate on its thoughts, but I have a -1 in intelligence. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, so let's go ahead and take advantage of the lapse and break free.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Okay, we're going to close those eyes forever. Even though I let the brain live, I'm not a big fan of aberrations. Aberrations tend to be bad for the woodlands, and I am a ranger. Keep picking up the skulls. I'm not sure what we're going to do with them, but...
Can't give up now.
And look at the map. That is incredible. This might be one of my favorite maps now in all of gaming. Kingdom Come Deliverance also had a fantastic map, but I really, really like this a lot. And this area right here is actually bothering me. I might have to go back. I'll do that off screen, off recording. Excuse me. What's the word I'm looking for?
No time to rest.
I'll do that when I'm not recording. There we go. That makes sense, right? Okay, we have another portal. You know what? I think there's one little area that I would like to check real fast. See if there's anything, and that's right up here. See if we can get like a passive investigation or perception check to go off.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Or maybe there's nothing up here at all. Nope, doesn't look like there is. Okay. Back off we go.
Still alive. So that's progress. Over there.
Aw, man, it won't let me double tap. Let's have a little chat with Astarion, see if we can learn a little bit more about his character. He picked up the pale elf. We met a strange elf who had also been infected with a parasite. He was hostile at first, but agreed to join us when he learned that we were infected too.
Need something?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
A magistrate. Okay.
Still alive.
I think Astarion's going to be a really interesting character to have when we eventually make it to the city of Baldur's Gate. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that we're going to the city,
Looking ahead.
considering that the name of the game is Baldur's Gate. Although in Baldur's Gate 2, it doesn't take place in the city of Baldur's Gate.
Checking for supplies, maybe.
Nice.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
All of our camp supplies are nicely organized. We have balsam. Good stuff.
Alright, what now?
Okay, let's investigate this strange waypoint.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Yeah, we're gonna touch the sigil, because why not, right?
A hand? Anyone?
I know that voice. Who are you?
Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced.
Okay. Sounds like a nice guy, right? Let's go ahead and try a strength check. Grab the hand and pull. Should have no problem succeeding here. This is totally different from early access. Love to see it.
That's it! Go on! Keep pulling!
This looks like a guy who needs a wizard hat.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
At introductions?
At magic. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did you get stuck in that stone?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
Well, to be honest, dude, I haven't a clue.
Fair enough. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
Go on.
The insertee we speak of, this parasite? Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceremorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
I can tend to basic wounds and ailments, but alien parasites? I'm afraid not.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Okay.
A long way to go still.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
And now we have ourselves a proper wizard. It's going to be hard to not take a wizard with me at all times on my first run. They just have so much versatility and also a ton of utility spells, as well as damage spells. But we'll see how my morality goes, because some of these companions might not stick with me.
You're not versed in magic, are you?
I'm not. Why do you ask?
No matter to worry the unlettered over. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Elder wizards. Okay, let's go ahead and level up Astarion and Gale. I do have to do quite a few save points just because I use these save points for content. So level 2, Gale and Astarion. Okay, let's see. He's got wizard robes on. I have all of my inventory on my ranger, but my ranger is quite strong, so he can hold quite a lot. We'll go ahead and give him a light crossbow. And then I think we're looking pretty good. Scroll of Detect Thoughts. I'm surprised the Detect Thoughts situation hasn't come up for me yet when meeting the companions. Okay, now we have 2 waypoints unlocked. So let's continue on.
Time to rest. The path lies before me. You have my attention.
Okay, so we're gaining... Oh, Gale is... Oh, okay, okay. So he's the Evocation subclass. But we should be able to change that at the respec. We can sculpt spells. Create pockets of safety within your evocation spells. Allies automatically succeed their saving throws against these spells and take no damage from them. Really, really good wizard subclass because you can cast Fireball on the enemies with your frontliners also being in its radius, and they'll take no damage. One of the best wizard subclasses for sure, but I think I might actually try to spec Gale into Necromancy. I can make it make sense lore-wise. Oh, never mind. Silly me. I do get to choose a subclass. Okay. For some reason I thought the wizard... Oh, okay. Very nice. Alright, I take it back. We have Evocation, Necromancy, Conjuration, Transmutation, Illusion, Divination, and Enchantment. And 6 of these were not in early access. So this is great. So let's take a look at Necromancy. You walk through the Valley of the Shadow of Death and make lots of friends there. Learning Necromancy spells from scrolls only costs you 25 gold per spell level, not 50. Then we gain 2 spell slots. Okay. I say we go with Necromancy and let's just see how it plays out. We'll take Magic Missile. Probably want to start picking up utility spells at some point, but we can also learn a lot from scrolls that we pick up. Ice Knife. Throw a shard of ice that deals 1 to 10 piercing damage. It explodes and deals 2 to 12 cold damage to anyone nearby, and it leaves an ice surface. I feel like I want to have Magic Missile. I think I'll come back for Chromatic Orb at a higher level. Right now, let's go ahead and pick up... I don't think I'm going to need Featherfall in the near future. Don't need Long Strider. We're going to take Shield. When you're about to be hit by an enemy, increase your armor class by 5. You take no damage from Magic Missile, a spell that was not in early access that I'm very excited to use. So we'll take Shield and Magic Missile. Not a huge deal with the Wizard because we're going to be able to learn a lot of spells. And then for prepared spells... Okay, beautiful. We'll prepare... Definitely want to keep Mage Armor. We'll keep Sleep, Magic Missile, and Thunder Wave. I like that. Okay. Okay, so our Necromancy feature is Grim Harvest. Once per turn, if you kill a creature with a spell, you regain hit points equal to twice the spell slot level used. Thrice, if it's a Necromancy spell. Undead and constructs are unaffected. So your subclass choice really pushes you to want to use spells of that particular school of magic. Pretty cool feature, Grim Harvest. We don't really have any Necromancy spells at the moment. Just double checking here. Oh, we do have false life. That's not going to really help us with Grim Harvest, though. Okay, so I think I'm good with those for now. And then Astarion should be pretty simple to level up here. Okay, so we get Cunning Action, Hide, Dash, and also Disengage. So we can use all three of these as a bonus action now, as opposed to an action. So really good for the Rogue. And also, let's just take a look at the multi-classing, because I haven't looked at that yet. This advanced feature allows you to build powerful combinations of classes at the expense of higher level class features. You can only level up one class at a time. So we could just right away multi-class Astarion into another class. But I think I'm going to keep him, make him a paladin. Half paladin, half rogue. How do I get out of this? Oh, that wasn't how to do it. We're just going to keep him as a rogue. I'm definitely going to be doing a ton of multi-class builds. And I'm tempted to try it with my ranger. But for now, let's just stick with the class until I have a solid plan. Because you can kind of screw up multi-classing too.
Can't give up now. Need to find a way forward.
And we can, of course, respec. Once we discover the respec guy... There's not really a ton of pressure to necessarily get the exact build that you want right away. Okay, let's go up this way before we venture over to this ruined chapel-looking area.
Let's get going. Broken. Must have been here a while.
I wonder if items like rope are going to have use now.
Another broken trap. Who made these things?
You think it's dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous. One of them carved up Zoru's whole squad.
So let's leave it.
And let the goblins have it? No. We take it to the grove.
So that appears to be Lae'zel right there, who is a Githyanki. And a lot of the races on the material plane and on the Sword Coast fear the Githyanki race. Because the Githyanki are known to kind of be like Vikings in raid settlements on the Sword Coast.
I've got a long road ahead.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Not sure I like being given commands like that. Rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I?
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
Well, we were in a bit of a rush on the Nautiloid ship. Okay, I'm interested in seeing what this cure is that Lae'zel has. Let's go ahead and try... See, as a character who doesn't have proficiency in the charismatic skills, some of these can be quite tough. So let's go ahead and... Let's do Deception. This creature is dangerous. Get out of here and leave it to me. Guidance is one of the most useful cantrips in the game. Use it on pretty much every dialogue roll. And without it, I would have failed right there. And I am not going to be save scumming on this run, so if I fail something in dialogue and it leads to the death of someone, let's say, we're going to roll with it. Our actions have consequences.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast? I could use more specifics.
You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
I'm in dire need of healing. Where is this camp?
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Say please.
Never.
You know what? I kind of respect that.
Observe and listen. You hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
I like the dynamic that we have going on here. The banter between party members. And what exactly is a creche?
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gaith tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
Alright. We journey together. Let's find this creche. Although I gotta say, I'm not entirely sure what this purification process may be.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Wait at my camp. We can speak there.
Very well. But heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Okay, so far we've been quite cordial with the characters that we've met. Cautious, but cordial. Okay, the Wizard of Waterdeep. Continue traveling with Gale. A wizard named Gale joined the party. He claims to have been on the Nautiloid, which means he's infected too. Free Lae'zel. We invited Lae'zel to our camp. The Githyanki Warrior. Find Zoru. The Githyanki Warrior Lae'zel has joined our party and promised we could be cleansed of our parasites at a Githyanki creche. A tiefling named Zoru has seen other Githyanki. We should find him and ask him what he knows. Creches are training grounds for young Githyanki.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And the Githyanki traditionally live in the astral plane, where time does not move quite as fast as the material plane. It barely moves at all, so therefore Githyanki have to raise their young in creches so they can actually age and reach maturity
Looking ahead.
before they return to the astral plane. Okay, what do we have here? And our main quest is find the healer Nettie. There's a camp nearby where someone named Nettie can supposedly heal any wound. She might be able to help remove the parasite.
I'm awake. Mostly.
Okay, let's go ahead and investigate this area. But I'm going to do it quite cautiously.
Pity you aren't as good at grave
Looks like a
robbing
bandit.
as you are at excuses. Just being careful. Like my mum always said, fools rush in.
Okay. Don't really have a charismatic group right now. We might have to pick up a charisma caster like Will. Gale has the highest charisma in my group of 12. That's pretty pathetic. So we're going to take Gale, and we're going to send him up here.
No honor among sneaks.
Oh, don't go that way. Wow.
Just wait a while. Make sure it's safe.
Nope, I want you to go this way, my friend. You go ahead and wait right there, okay?
to do. Light on my feet.
Then we're going to take the rest of my party members. Quite risky sending a wizard up as a frontliner, but I'm going to do it anyways. We're going to see if we can talk to these guys and see what they're all about. And we'll leave the rest of my party.
Still alive.
We'll leave them over here. In fact, actually, let's take my ranger.
Does this count as adventure?
Let's move him right here. Perfect.
Knees are starting to ache.
And you know what? I'm actually going to give Gale some backup.
Work to do. Onward.
Shadowheart, report for duty. Oh no!
You
Oh
both
no!
twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone. But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
I don't think I like these guys. The only thing you own is your life. I'll leave before I take that too. Oh no. This will be an interesting run if I don't have anybody that's charisma based in my group, that's for sure.
You're all hot air. Think you can get us to leave that bounty to you? Not a chance. What are you...
It looks like they have entered into combat, but I have something that I want to do.
Let's take you first.
Aha!
Victory is assured.
Okay. I was hoping to not resort to combat, but sometimes you do what you gotta do. Wolf is now in battle, but we still have Shadowheart and Astarion who are not in combat, so let's see what we can do here.
Secrecy above all. Off I go. I need to concentrate.
And what do we got? We got Warren right here. Level 2 Rock Gnome, and then also Helena. Level 2 High Elf.
My faith protects me.
Something smells tasty.
Cloak and dagger. My favorite.
What do you guys think about this? Avoid enemy sightlines while sneaking to remain hidden. Left shift shows the enemy sightlines. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a guiding bolt. We fried him with radiant damage. And this would be pretty cool if I could actually get Astarion all the way around here. Without being spotted. Let's see what we can do here. Hold on, this might hurt. But he is not currently in combat, so... What if we land on the bed? Oh, man. It was worth a try. I don't have a bonus action. That's okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I can't really do anything right now. We have our action, but it's not going to do us any good. I could throw something.
Now they see me.
Go ahead and use our action to hide.
I don't fancy their chances.
Let's do a good old-fashioned magic missile. Move up a little bit.
Step.
Let her see it coming. Okay, 1 HP left.
Talk to me.
Really? Oh, I don't have an action, that's why. Oh no. Did she notice Astarion is the question. Just gonna go ahead and skip my ranger's turn. There's no sense. He's not gonna make it over there in time. All right, so let's... So this is the great thing about the updated hide system. The rogue actually is really... The rogue got a nice boost in power when compared to the other classes now, simply because the rogue can hide as a bonus action. And in early access, all classes could hide as a bonus action, which was quite broken. But now it really truly is a rogue thing, which is awesome. Let me go ahead and back up here. And let's try that.
Just like old times.
Okay, it didn't even let me do it. I thought I was in dim lighting here. I thought I might be able to pull off a check right there, but I guess not. So we'll just take a regular attack. And there we go. Your replenishable resources are dwindling. Take a long rest to restore hit points and other resources.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I think it probably is time for a long rest. Get everybody together.
Which way to the nearest library?
Do a little bit of looting around here first.
Time and the elements have left the plaque unreadable.
Definitely take the shovel.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Okay, and we can upgrade
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Shadowheart's armor. The scale mount, which is pretty good. Can't remember what she's proficient with. We're not proficient with short swords, so the mace is the best thing that I have at the moment.
I've got a long road ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the instrument off my character.
Let's get on with it. I'll go this way. Just check for anything useful. Might as well take a look.
I love picking up camp supplies and then not just going straight into my regular inventory. Doesn't look like rope has any uses still, but let me pick it up just in case. I might need a torch, I'm not sure.
Alright, what now? Moving in.
Okay, let's go check out over here. Kind of search the outskirts of this chapel, and then I'll take a long rest, which is going to be pretty important. It'll be the first long rest that I've taken, so there's going to be some nice dialogue scenes.
Something over there.
Ooh.
Let's get going.
And then we'll wrap it up for episode 1, part 2. And actually wrap it up for all of episode 1. Scroll of Firebolt and Scroll of Ice Knife. Nice. So, let's go ahead and learn these spells. As students of the arcane arts, wizards can learn new spells by studying certain spell scrolls instead of using them. So if we go into my inventory and we look at some of these scrolls and we right click, oh, that's on Wolf, that's why. Gotta send that to Gale. Let me just bring up my full inventory here. Any scroll that I see here, I could organize the inventory by type. It's been a while since I played early access, so I forgot where that was. Okay, roll to detect thoughts. And then let's go ahead and right click on Ice Knife.
Salutations.
Learn spell, 50 gold. Awesome. Now we have Ice Knife. And then we can't learn Detect Thoughts because our level is currently too low. And we already have the firebolt. So let's check our spells here. And there's Ice Knife. I think I'm going to go ahead and prepare it. Let me get rid of Thunder Wave. Because I want to try Ice Knife. It's new to the game. Let's see what it looks like. Very cool. And also I do have my shield reaction spell set on Ask right now. And I'm also going to put opportunity attack on Ask. Because I wouldn't want to waste an opportunity attack with a wizard when I could use shield. So it's probably important to check that.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Very well.
That's curious.
And now that we have a rogue in our group,
Someone there.
lockpicking should be a little bit easier.
Should be easy.
Look at that. Thieves' Tools, +3 from Dexterity, Sleight of Hand Proficiency, and Sleight of Hand Expertise, which rogues get Expertise. And Guidance. And I still failed. Oh man. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it again. I have plenty of thieves' tools here. Wow. It's gonna be one of those runs. Well, at this point I feel like I'm gambling, so we gotta keep going. I'm addicted to the roll. Oh my god. Maybe I should end this episode right now. And just come back. You gotta be kidding me right now. Are you serious? I just need like a 12 or an 11. And it will probably equal 20 plus. It can't happen again, can it? I don't think that's gonna do it. Yay. Finally. Okay, so before we go into this mysterious chapel from the back entrance here in this hatch, let's go ahead and take a long rest. First long rest of this playthrough. At your camp, you can take a long rest and fully heal your party. You can also manage party members, advance relationships with your companions, store items, and eventually change your character and recruit more followers.
No time to rest.
Since this is the full version of the game, I definitely want to check the entire camp here. Invasion plans for the Sword Coast. This map of the Sword Coast sprawls from the deep forest of Tethir to the frigid spine of the world. Its topography worn by ancient ink and the constant trade between mortal hands. So the spine of the world is way north on the continent of Faerun, just south of Icewind Dale, and some of you guys would know Icewind Dale. It's a pretty popular location in the Forgotten Realms. Okay, so we can use these chests to store things. I might throw some skulls in there. I'm really excited to actually care about organization in my inventory now. Now that it's the full game. Okay, we have a ball, mugwort. Recipe unlocked. Salts of mugwort. Crystal ball. Don't think you can do anything with it, so let's just go ahead and drop it. At least right now we can't. Rotten fish. Huh, okay. And we have a table. I was wondering if that was going to bring up like a crafting menu or something.
Despite everything.
You guys will also notice that I now have camp clothes on. It was not a thing in early access. Shadowheart, wow, okay. Alright, see what's up.
I applaud your taste.
But I believe you can turn off the camp clothes at any time. But toggle armor set visibility. We can turn it on and off. But of course I'm going to leave the camp clothes on.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Okay, let's check over here. I'm assuming like this area right here is going to be filled with something as we progress. And let's have a chat with our companions. Ooh, what is this? Oh, Shadowheart's in a completely different location right here.
A monster forms inside us, and you think to be idle. I knew your kind to be fragile, but I didn't foresee the severity. Be quick about your rest. We must locate a crash.
Damn, Lae'zel kind of makes me feel like shit. But I like it. Alright, we have an elf racial response here. We're hardly going to turn while taking a rest. Are we?
The parasites inside us do not rest. Even as we speak, they defile our brains and warp our bones. Take your rest. I will stand watch. Should a single tentacle split your skull, I will not hesitate to end you.
Such a great character. Okay, fair enough.
Still alive.
Chatter already, Tusky.
My character's like, what the hell, man? Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Yes, ma'am. Well, do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
We could turn into a mind flayer.
Because I do not intend to let this happen. Not to me, and if you stick with me, not to you. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried that we haven't changed? I would say this is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Come on now. It isn't that large, is it?
Decadent, then. Lacking in economy. Like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
I respect Lae'zel. Let me think if I need her or Astarion right now. Let's have Lae'zel join me.
You've no room. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
98% of you guys are already running with Astarion, so we're going to kick him out of my group temporarily. Still try to do some of his quests if possible.
Your Gith friend seems on edge. Mustn't relish the thought of sprouting tentacles. Understandable. Can't say I'm a fan either. It's just hard to join in when all of this feels so new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel.
The right herbs can make a soothing tea if you can't settle in.
No. Tea isn't really my drink. I'll be awake a while anyway. I need some time to think things through, to process this. You rest. I'll keep watch.
We'll both stay up. I'm not sleeping helpless in front of a stranger.
You know, if you want to spend time with me, you only have to say so.
Minus...
Suit yourself. I'm sure we'll drift off at some point.
-1 with Astarion.
Looking ahead.
Just trying to answer the way that I feel like I would actually answer, though.
Go to hell.
And good evening to you, too.
Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. And it isn't trivial.
Let's watch the flames in silence.
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
Perhaps you should get some rest.
This ballet of flames invites reflection. But you're right. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Okay, let's have a chat with Shadowheart now. And right here's our traveler's chest. Not sure if we can do anything with this area quite yet. We have a bedroll. Bedrolls remind me of DOS 2. And look at that. We have all of the digital deluxe items. The Mask of the Shapeshifter, Channeler's Trunks, Streamhopper's Loafers, Chatterbox's Tabard, Drake General Die. Combine this die with equipment item to alter the colors of fabric, leather, and even metal. Periwinkle undergarments. And a ton of adventure supply packs here. Let's pick it all up before we talk with Shadowheart. Okay, so Mask of the Shapeshifter gives us Shapeshift, a level 1 illusion spell. And this is, of course, from DOS 2, Fane's character. Let's show helmet. Oh, I wonder if it's bugging out. Oh, because I have camp clothes on right now, so let's turn off camp clothes. And there it is, from DOS 2. And it gives us the Shapeshift illusion spell. Should be the same as Disguise Self. And then we can turn into all of these different beings. Let's try a Dragonborn. Or a half-orc. Or a tiefling. Let's do a Dragonborn. Whoa!
No time to rest.
That is so cool. A Dragonborn without a tail. I feel like this is going to be super useful. Especially when we make it to the city of Baldur's Gate. Alright, let's dispel the skies. It's a ritual spell too. You guys noticed they added the ritual tag. I mean, it doesn't cost a spell slot in BG3. I think you can only use it probably once per long rest. I'm not sure. Okay, and then we also have the Periwinkle undergarments. Oh my god. Oh god. Wow. What do you guys think about that? Does that fit my strength-based range? We're gonna put on the other underwear. Okay, interesting. Take off the Mask of the Shapeshifter. You know what the hell? Let's just put this whole Hey, that actually looks really cool. It looks like an Astarion outfit, though. Too noble for me. A little bit too noble. So let's just leave that on. But very cool. And then we have the clothing chest. Cape of the Red Prince. The loot of the Merryweather Bard. Icon of the Sea Beast. And the Needle of the Outlaw Rogue. This is so cool. So let's go ahead and put that cape on. Let me just take it all into my inventory. I'll organize this when I stop recording. And look at that loot right there. So let's go ahead and check that out. Look at that cape. That is so epic. And capes are something else, aren't they? And then we have the adventuring pack, which gives us a bunch of food here. And a potion of flying. Very nice. I'll organize all of this after I end the recording, but let's have a little chat with Shadowheart. Look like a Roman soldier.
Doing the rounds, are you? You'd better get some rest. What were you two talking about?
Ah, yes. I remember Sven talking about the order that you engage with companions will change things. So Shadowheart saw me talking to the other party members. That's going to change our conversation a little bit. We were just discussing the next steps.
I see. I'd be careful with Lae'zel.
You don't trust Lae'zel?
She's not of this world. I'd be surprised if our interests remained aligned. Let's hope we rapidly find a healer. You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
Agreed. The sooner we find someone to help us, the better.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
The VAs for this game are just so good. Voice acting is so good with every single companion. We gotta listen a bit more to Will, though. Will has a new voice actor. Let's go ahead and take our long rest. Use the required amount of camp supplies to fully rest, recovering all your hit points, spell slots, and short rests. Not using enough camp supplies to rest will only partially recover our resources. So let's go ahead and we have some new food items here. Poutine. We'll just use a camp supply pack. Okay, and we woke up at our actual camp. We have a little training dummy right there too. Let's go ahead and teleport back out the roadside cliffs. And then we will enter into the chapel and then head up into the northwestern part of the map, but I will save that for episode 2. So thank you all so much for watching. Probably release actually a few episodes daily and then switch to an every other day upload schedule. So just be on the lookout, and like I said in the intro, all of these Let's Play episodes will be kept in their own separate playlist. I'll catch you guys on the next one.